Here's the analysis result for the guy you filled out the survey for. The result? C minus. This guy is below par. He has some issues to watch out for. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is not likely to go very far in his career, even if he talks about it sometimes. He prefers to stick to what he knows and rarely steps out of his comfort zone. Promotions and recognition may pass him by, as he's not one to push for them.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he is much more likely to break down than bounce back. Even small setbacks can feel very heavy to him, and he may react with anger or frustration or just want to avoid the situation altogether. He needs a lot of time and space to feel better, and he doesn't do well under pressure.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He's not the most popular person at work, and others might find him hard to get along with. He's quick to lose his temper or feel hurt, and small disagreements can turn into bigger fights because he doesn't always handle things calmly. He's not warm or polite, so building close friendships at work is tough for him.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your own career, he is more likely to feel insecure than proud. Your success might make him uncomfortable, and he could pull away or avoid talking about your achievements. You may find yourself walking on eggshells, worrying about his moods.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, if you earn more than him, he's likely to feel insecure and quietly resentful. He may not say it directly, but his mood and behavior can change. He might become withdrawn, irritable, or distant. This isn't about you doing something wrong, it's about his own struggles with feeling good enough.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He handles money with care and likes to stick to a plan. He's very focused on order and routines, so he's not the type to spend on things he doesn't need or act on impulse. If you value steady and careful money habits, you can trust him not to waste or blow your savings.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives within his means and doesn't try to show off or act richer than he really is. He prefers to keep things simple and practical, avoiding flashiness or trying to impress others with expensive things. He values stability and wants to make sure he never spends more than he can handle.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is tight with both money and his mindset. Sharing isn't easy for him, and he doesn't often go out of his way to help others or show kindness either in words or actions. He watches his spending closely and is not one for treats or generous surprises.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is more likely to be secretive and controlling when it comes to money matters. He may not want to discuss financial details openly or share decisions about spending and saving. He might be strict about how money is used and expect things to go his way without much room for discussion.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework is mainly your responsibility rather than something to be shared. He likes things to be orderly, but instead of pitching in cheerfully, he may expect you to handle most of the chores. If equal partnership at home is important to you, he may leave you feeling burdened and unappreciated.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's more likely to help by watching over you or giving instructions than by actually doing chores or changing diapers himself. He likes things done a certain way and may point out what you missed or didn't do right rather than getting involved. True teamwork in daily life isn't his strong point.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He tends to argue to prove he's right rather than truly trying to understand your side. When there's a disagreement, he may quickly get defensive or upset, making it hard for him to listen with an open mind. Instead of calming things down, he might get loud or stubborn, wanting to win the argument.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he may not stay respectful and can say hurtful things or act aggressive. His frustration can spill out as harsh words, criticism, or even shouting. You may feel hurt by his sharp remarks or stung by his cold behavior.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he is the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. Even small things can set him off, and his temper is hard to predict. You deserve to feel safe, respected, and calm in your relationship. So don't brush off this warning sign.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it very hard to say sorry and take responsibility when things go wrong. Instead, he's much more likely to blame you or point fingers at others trying to protect his own pride. Even when he's clearly at fault, admitting his mistake doesn't come easily.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He may struggle to respect your boundaries, especially if it doesn't match what he wants in the moment. Sometimes he can be pushy or ignore your no, thinking it's okay to press further if he doesn't agree. You may have to repeat yourself or stand your ground, which can feel exhausting or upsetting.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is the kind of man who takes it personally when you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding your feelings, he may act hurt, withdrawn, or even irritated, as if your no is a rejection of him rather than just your honest feeling. You might notice him pulling away, acting cold, or making sharp remarks.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
With him, you need to be cautious. He may not always handle private moments with the care and respect you deserve. True intimacy means safety and trust. If you sense he might cross this line, listen to your gut.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He isn't likely to be easily distracted by other women. He tends to keep to himself and stick with what's familiar rather than looking for excitement or attention elsewhere. Big changes and risks are not his style, so stepping out behind your back is not very likely.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he has a strong tendency to be overpossessive, showing signs of jealousy and wanting to control what you do. He may ask a lot of questions, check up on you, or get upset if you spend time with others, even if there's no reason for worry. This can make you feel trapped or always watched.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, in his case, What might seem like a protective nature is really just a sign of being controlling. He may say or believe he's keeping you safe, but his actions are more about limiting your choices and keeping things under his control. This is something you should take seriously.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will most likely expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. While he may have strong opinions about discipline or routines, he won't usually pitch in with the daily grind or the emotional care children need. If you need a true teammate by your side in raising children, you could end up feeling overwhelmed and alone in this journey.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's much more likely to lose his temper than stay calm. Small mistakes or noisy emotions can push his buttons quickly, leading to harsh words, raised voices, or even angry outbursts. He finds it difficult to handle the messiness of childhood with patience or softness.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He's not likely to fully support your role as both a mother and your own person. While he may expect you to handle the home and children, he might not respect your need for personal time, interests, or career. His focus is often on what he wants or expects, so your dreams or wishes may be pushed aside.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is the kind of man who may appear to support your career at first, but could later ask you to step back or quit once you have a child. His main focus is often on traditional roles and routines, so he might expect you to put family responsibilities above your own ambitions. You need to be clear about your goals and watch out for signs that his support is only temporary or comes with conditions.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to just act polite on the surface with your parents rather than showing real warmth. He may do what's expected using formal manners and basic greetings, but don't expect much genuine caring, laughter, or bonding. Underneath, he keeps his feelings guarded and isn't comfortable with close family connections. He's more likely to expect your family to change for him rather than adjusting himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's more likely to make things worse than handle it calmly. His patience runs thin quickly, and he may react with anger, sharp words, or give you the silent treatment. This can leave you stuck in the middle trying to keep the peace alone.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might act modern with you in private, but expect you to be a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. At home, he may let you do your own thing or support your choices, but when family visits or during gatherings, he could pressure you to dress, behave, and speak in ways that fit old fashioned expectations. Over time, this double standard can feel confusing and unfair, making you question how accepted you truly are.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension with his family, he is more likely to stay out of it or quietly side with them rather than openly supporting you. He doesn't like getting into emotional conflicts and may avoid standing up for you to keep the peace on his side. You might find yourself feeling alone, having to defend yourself or manage family drama without his backup.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
Yes, he does have the qualities of a mummy's boy. When there's a conflict with his mother, he's unlikely to take your side openly. He may avoid confrontation, try to stay neutral, or simply do what his mother wants to keep her happy. This can leave you feeling second in line, as if your needs and opinions always come after hers.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is the type who may share details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. When things go wrong or he feels upset, he might turn to them instead of working things out with you. It also means he's not fully committed to solving problems as a team with you.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, after all that analysis, we can conclude that this guy is a C minus. This guy is below par and he has some serious issues to watch out for. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out can feel tiring and lonely. You'll find yourself carrying most of the responsibilities, whether it's at home with kids or managing family drama.